So this is the basic learning for backstitch, which you may have done a long time ago, but it's a reminder. So we're going to pretend that this is a split in a garment from here to here. I shan't go all the way across today showing you this because you get bored. But say this is the existing seam, which is starting to break up there. So that's where you need to be stitching. We're going to secure the thread in a discrete place, just slightly away from the start of our seam. So one, you won't be using thread as thick as this in reality, but this is so that you can see what I'm doing. There we are. Now I'm going to go in on the existing stitches. So I start stitching over the existing stitches so that a little hole doesn't develop. I'm going to go back one stitch and forward another. We'll see it a bit more clearly in a minute when we get away from that navy blue. So I'm going to go back into my previous hole and then come up again in front, even size stitches. Back. Now I put some dots here, which you can do if you'd be able to see them on your cloth, just to make sure that you have confidence about where your stitches are going to go. So I go back and then forward. I'll do a couple more stitches just to illustrate. There. And now we'll look at what happens on the back. So you end up with larger stitches on the back. Now this is a very good basic stitch because it has some stretch in it. And that means that when you put your seam under tension, it tends to use these stretchy stitches at the back to give a little bit, so it's less likely to break. You keep the stitches flat, you don't gather the cloth as you go. You mustn't do this. Watch. You just let the stitches lie nice and flat. And that's it. Then I'll do a demonstration on a real mend.